be sure to head over to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal, and it helps support the show. And if you use my code, you'll be entered in to win a booster box from Core Set 2020, thanks to Flipside Gaming. Definitely check them out. They're a great people to work with, great place to buy. It's fantastic. Second link in the description today will be more info on how to enter. The reason for that is because the first link today is going to be how to actually play Arena if your Arena is still not working. I was not planning on filming a video today, but I was like, well, might as well open my packs on camera, talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on, and put out something that helps people actually play the damn game. So you don't need a VPN or anything like that. There's a relatively simple fix, at least for Windows. I'm not sure how it would... Oh, wait. There's only Windows. There's no Mac. There's a relatively easy way to have a workaround. I'm not going to explain it step by step here, but the first link in the description will send you over to where you can find the information. It's like 5 steps or something, and you should be able to deal with that. Now, we're gonna open specs. We're gonna do that first. I'm gonna open these by myself because no one gives a shit about the War of Spec packs. So we're gonna open 5 of these, just nice and slow. Then we're gonna open 10 6 times. I don't even know if I said what's up, Planeswalkers. I'm Theric 6. I don't think I did. Well, hello. I'm Theric 6. Back more Magic the Gathering. Totally professional. For what it's worth, yesterday I streamed for 10 hours and 50 minutes, minus my breaks, 10 hours and 40 minutes. So, I was very tired last night. I went to sleep early as fuck. And now we're just going to open 10 at a time. They're just going to show us the rares. Okay. We still have the commons and uncommons. They're just showing us the rares. I'm super excited to start playing with Core Set 2020. I think the first deck I'm going to do is with the Sultai Reanimator deck that I made. It is, it's lovely. I could not be more proud of myself for making a deck. But as soon as I saw Blood for Bones, I mean, I think you can find in the previews where I said Blood for Bones is going to potentially be a sweet archetype. And it is. There are a few other things that are very interesting. You know, there's a lot of decks that I plan on playing and whatnot. I'm going to open these later. But there's some things scare me. The elementals come to mind. Right now we have, you know, this all, whatever. Also, I want all play modes. Thank you. So here you might see a little bit of different stuff here. So first things first, each of these daily quests are going to have XP. And this XP goes to the mastery system. Now, the mastery system, we don't technically have other than this part, right? So there's the battle pass, the mastery pass, which will give you this extra stuff. I'll talk about that in just a second. But essentially, these have replaced the weekly win, the weekly 3 win packs, right? Or the 3 packs from wins. So every week you would have a quest around here right next to your daily wins quest. That would be blank out of 5, then blank out of 10, blank out of 15. And you would gain 1 pack for every 5 times you win, essentially. This system only works on XP, and the way you typically gain XP is going to be 800 from each daily quest. Based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like it's just even. All of them are just going to give 800. There's no change to the gold reward, so all of that exactly the same. We still don't have to win any of these. Absolutely fine. So each of these are 800, and then for this we get 100. Second win we get 50, third win we get 50. So that's 1,000 a day, right? So if you hop in, you win 3 games, and you complete one of your daily quests if you're doing this daily, and you know, try and get those in those 3 wins, then you've gotten that one level. Each of these levels, they don't like scale. They're always 1,000. It's 1,000 for this one, 1,000 for this one, 1,000 for this one, all the way over 1,000 for this one, right? You can see your progress here. Well, I can't show you, but it's right. There's a little XP bar. You can see it. It's good. It's right there. This will show you how much XP you have until your next thing, and it will tell you what you're going to get once you get to that next level. So as of right now, since we don't have the battle pass or the mastery pass, it's just showing this. I believe if we actually do get the battle pass, it's going to be, it would show both of these. And then for this one, it would show nothing if you'd have nothing, and then this one, blah, blah, blah. So, is it a good change compared to the weekly wins? I would argue yes. The reason I'm arguing yes, and feel free to debate me, is that before you had to get 15 wins in a single week. And I've heard that a lot of people just try to come into Arena, they were only able to 1 or 2 days, and just grind those 15 wins. But for me, at least, it's less difficult for me to do, like trying to get to 3 wins and do a daily quest, than it is to wait until Saturday or Sunday and then just like keep throwing myself at trying to get 15 in a row. Just because, you know, especially once the meta like got to a settled point, it was very boring and just annoying to play. It was very difficult for me to try and just like bust out 15 wins in a row, right? For people who play every day, this system is better because you don't need to get as many wins. For people who play every like few days, I think it's technically like even. And then unfortunately, and this is my big issue with it, is that for free to play, and I'm just talking about the free to play check right now because this is what's been replaced, right? My big issue is that for people who aren't able to play very often, it does make it worse than just being able to, because you can theoretically, if you have a day, you could just plow through it, and if that's how you want to or have to play, you know, that's fine. But for those people, it is worse, frankly. And the other thing that I don't like about it is that it ends at 72. Now, it ends at 72. Something about math and weeks. This, I believe, would be... There's 3 months. 3 times 15. That's not 72. It's 75. But it's not actually. It's 84. I don't know. Something like that. This should be about the same amount of packs as you would normally get between each set release. But the optics, right? I'm studying psychology. I'm not studying, like, fairness psychology or whatever the fuck you call it. But the optics of it does kind of suck, where this stops at 72, and this goes all the way to 100. I absolutely agree that the optics don't look great. And what I think Wizards should do is, once you get to, like, this point and whatnot, you know, start just having every other day be even minute extra things. You know, 500 gold here, like even fucking 250 gold, right? 250 gold, a few gems, maybe like fucking 50 gems even. Not you know, I'm not asking Wizards to give a ton, right? Even just like a random common card style. You know, just, oh, for this one, you could get pacifism here or something. I don't know. I think that would help a lot to, you know, kind of alleviate the feel-bad look of the fact that this ends at 72. Now, I should say, I'm on the side of this is fine. And the reason I'm on the side of this is fine is because, imagine, for a second, all they did was change this, right? All they did was make it so that there's a free-to-play mastery set, there's no mastery pass, this bottom line does not exist, right? If this bottom line was not implemented, what has changed? This has changed, right? The weekly wins have changed. And criticizing the weekly wins, that's fair, right? Because for people who play every day, you're essentially better for it. People who play every other day, you won't see a difference, really. People who play infrequently, those are the people that get screwed. And I think that criticism is the big criticism that really matters. Let's say this doesn't exist, and they stop it at 72, right? Nothing has changed, right? This mastery pass is not here. You are not getting anything. There's no option to choose, nothing, right? People are really annoyed with the mastery pass because initially they didn't understand how you would get past a certain point. I think it's like 84 or something to get to these, and they thought that because there was a pay thing, which they have removed for the time being, they thought Wizards just wants us to pay for the rest of those things. That's not accurate. Wizards has said, and I am surprised that so many people didn't remember this, Wizards has said several times that there's going to be events and codes to get mastery levels. And actually there is a code now, which I will show. Redeem code level up for 2 levels. Boom, code redeemed successful. Mastery. I don't know why that didn't work. Not gonna lie, I'm a little confused. I don't know why it didn't work. I'm gonna contact Wizards about that. But theoretically, level up should level you up to 2 levels. Well, this backfired. I should be up here right now. Anyway, regardless of the fact that didn't work, Wizards has said they're going to do events and other codes, hopefully the codes that work, that will give you levels. right? So it's not going to be like you're capped at 1,000 a day. And you're also, I believe, not capped at 1,000 a day regardless, right? If I complete all of these, right, that's what, 2,400 plus fucking another 300, that's 2,700, right? I'll get 2,700 levels, or 2,700 experience, which would be 2.7 levels, right? So I can understand the feel bads from the free to play in relation to this, but people who are saying this is buy to win are wrong. This is buy to get things. This is no different than just going to the store, buying gems, and buying a bunch of packs, or buying cosmetics, right? Because let's look at what Mastery has. It has packs, gold. Sure, you're converting gems to gold. Sure, that's fine essentially because you do that with normal events. Mastery things. These are for cosmetics. Who cares? You get cosmetics. Okay. But Theorix, you also get mythic rare cards. Isn't that pay to win? No, it's pay to get things. If I wanted to, I could go to the store, buy a bunch of packs. This is a random card. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's the best card or if it's going to be like just the crappiest rare in the set, right? We don't know. And that's what makes it fine. Nothing here is giving a distinct advantage to the players who are getting this. It is just a bonus, right? It is just something where, hey, if you play a lot, if you have the gems for it, you can get this extra thing, and you get bonus stuff. And at the end of the whole thing, the amount that you get from this is significantly greater than the gem buy-in. As I've said before, the gem buy-in at 3,400 is $17. It's roughly 17 US. That, of course, is assuming that you get the best gem bundle, which is the $100 gem bundle. But that does give you a decent amount of gems, and you can just hold those, right? One purchase of $100, that'll give you a decent amount of the whole masteries. These masteries will give you even more gems, etc., right? I don't understand, and I may be missing something. Feel free in the comments below to let me know what I'm wrong about. But it does feel like a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like entitlement, right? If you did not have this, if this was not added to the game, nothing's different. No one is losing anything, if that makes sense. This is just an addition. It lets people do it. It lets people choose this. But if it wasn't added, we haven't lost anything. And that's the thing that boggles me the most. And I have seen a decent number of people who say, if you have the system, it like kind of requires you essentially to play every day, and it makes people like, it makes the game less about playing and more about just like, well, I have to log in today or else I'm not going to get my guaranteed levels. But you don't have to think of it like that, because it's not for the free-to-play thing. Yes, but as I've said, this needs a little bit of work for that reason. But I'm speaking purely of the Mastery Pass, right? This, in my eyes, completely different than this. So for that, I'm like, I just don't see it. I don't see how it forces you to do that. Now, I play several games that have daily logins, and I do log in daily, and I don't always play a bunch when I log in daily. For Elder Scrolls Legends, I haven't been playing a bunch because I've had to focus on this and focus on my grad work. But once school lets back in, and I'm not going to have as much time to stream, right? So then I'll have maybe 1 or 2 days to stream. Then that third day that I was doing streaming, I'll have time to do my grad work. And if I have my grad work done, then it'll be later at night, and I can chill and play Legends, right? And that's essentially what I did before when I wasn't streaming. But it doesn't feel like I'm required to. It sucks if I miss one, sure, but it doesn't feel like I'm required to. And I understand for some people that might be the case, especially for completionists. Like, I want to complete, like, I want to collect everything I can in this game. And when I say everything, I mean everything. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, right? So I might have to get smaller goals. But I legitimately don't understand the outrage about this, because it is not pay to win. People are using that term incorrectly. Does it feel bad to feel like you're obligated to play every day. Yes, I absolutely recognize the psychological distress that something like that could cause. Understand it. Is it unfair? No. It is a good value, and it's optional. And it's retroactive. You can not buy it at all. All you're missing essentially is the things that you'll gain if you were doing it initially. But you're missing a card sleeve that, in my opinion, isn't great. A cat, which I'm not going to use because I don't like cats. And an avatar, which just is objectively not as good as the zombie one. So I don't need this, right? And if you don't need these things, you can just keep playing. And then let's say at the end of the season, or near the end of the season, on that 83rd day or whatever, but right before the next set comes out, when this is still available for purchase, let's say you get to fucking this point, right? You get to 72. That's all you're able to do. You get to the free to play endpoint. You can then make a gosh, what is this called? I can't remember the damn name of it, but you can make a value determination and just look at all of the rewards that you'll get and say, if I purchased this from the store, am I getting sufficient value for the $17 that I would use, right? You look at the gold, you look at the cosmetics, I guess, if those matter to you at all, which for most people they don't, and you look at the packs, gems, packs, single cards, those types of things, right? If you look at those and say it's worth it, buy it. If you think it's not, you haven't lost anything, and that, I think, is what people don't see. It's that if you take the core set the mastery pass away, nothing is lost because it's additional. Now, as I've said, I could be wrong. Feel free to let me know how you feel about it in the comments. Let me know if anything I said made freaking sense to you, or if I'm just wrong about certain things, at least in your opinion. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't. I mean, initially when I saw it, I was like, this is bullshit. I don't like this. But when I learned more about what actually is happening and what is being changed, this is fine. It's fine. As I've said, though, it could do some tweaks, and Wizards has said they're probably going to tweak it. They removed the ability to just buy new levels. You could get one level for 250 gems. Because the optics of it, right, is that, well, you can only, get to 84 naturally, so, we want our people to buy even more. That's not the case. They're giving people experience through events as well. Events. And Watsia said that they're probably going to be doing more of these events than they planned because of what people have said. And that, I think, is a great thing, right? Voicing your distaste on things where we didn't know how easy it would be to get experience, right? We didn't know about how much we would get for these special events. Telling people, saying, hey, it looks like it's going to be really hard to get all the way to 100 if I don't spend money. What's up? What's going on, Wizards? That's totally valid. And Wizards has responded to that saying, okay, we didn't realize. We'll do a bit more. And the thing is, they don't have to, right? This is extra. But I'm going to leave that part there and move on to some of the other interesting things. So in the profile now, you have this little mastery, and it's just for the set. I've already gotten my level thing, so for anyone who's already gone through the new play experience, you're not going to have the what is it called? Just general mastery? There's a spider on my wall. Fuck him. The general mastery or whatever. So you're not going to have to care about that. Avatar stuff, cool. They added a new Sharon. You can only get that through the thing. But I just want to go back to profile. But what's interesting here is that now it'll show you that I'm not going to get anything from Limited, right? Even though it says I'm bronze, I have to play at least one thing, right? I have to play in order to get that. So I really appreciate this. Okay, this is annoying. They still don't show this, but that's fine. But I really appreciate the exclamation mark. I don't recall seeing it there before. If it has been there before, my dumb. And then let's see, was there another thing? I think there's another thing in the store. Oh right, they've added more Japanese sleeve styles, which is nice. They might actually end up getting all of them in. Gotta get Liliana for my good old-fashioned Zumbles. They might get more in. But yeah, it's fine, you know? It's, There's one more thing I'll say about the economy, right? If they use the core set mastery, specifically the mastery passes, in order to make the economy worse in other areas, then there is then a real reason to be annoyed, right? Because, you know, putting this out is nice as a bonus, because that's what it is, and that's what people should see it as, a bonus. But putting this out and then taking something away, that's not cool. Because then it becomes a requirement to keep the same level of value that you're getting from other areas, right? Let's say, for example, that for this core set mastery, nothing in the economy changes, right? Nothing changes, everything's fine. And once the full set archery comes out, they make some slight changes, right? It could be as benign as these becoming 700 and 450 gold instead of 750 and 500, right? It could be as slight as making a lot of these bundle type things costing a little bit more. Not even a noticeable amount, but a little bit more. Even that would be, in my opinion, egregious, because then it goes from something, as I said, that is optional, that is purely an extra thing that people can do, to becoming something where the people who aren't buying this are genuinely losing value, right? If that is the case, I'll jump down Wizard's throat as much as all of you are. But as I see it now, it should be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna fucking upload this video now. Hopefully it gets to some of you and before nonsense happens. As I said, the first link in the description is going to be a way that you can actually get into Arena if you still aren't able to. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Rexel, Croft, Zin, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them, supporting the channel, you can find links to that down in the description below. Or you can just become a channel member. It's all cool stuff. There's a bunch of good links in the description. You should totally check out my descriptions of all my videos because they're great. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed this ramble. Tomorrow is going to be the start of beautiful new decks. I think I'm gonna start with the Reanimator first. Yeah, go ahead and tap all those buttons. You know what to do. You all know what to do. It's totally fine.